This race had 10 cautions for 52 laps. The most notable yellow flag came out when Kyle Larson decided to dump Ryan Blaney out on the racetrack. And let's hear what those two had to say. First of all, let's hear from the dumpee, who was Ryan Blaney.
You know, it's one of those things we're kind of running the very top, and it came from a long way back and got in the left rear, and spun me around. And we talked afterwards, and I just kind of wanted to understand like what I did to deserve getting turned around. And he said he made a mistake and he didn't mean to, but still at the end of the day I ended up getting turned around, right? And that's not good for me.
Ron Blaney doing his best Nancy Kerrigan. Why me? Anyway, so
2 times in 1 year she gets mentioned on this show. Look at that. That's nuts. That's
wow,
just nuts.
That's a great memory.
Let's go in the time capsule for that
Tell me
one.
what.
So, Brad, I know everybody said the right things after it was over, but that doesn't change history that Kyle Larson turned him around, whether it was accidental, and I think it was, or not, it still happened.
It did happen, and Blaney still came back and finished 4th, but you have to wonder what could have been. I honestly, after watching those two try and race side by side a little bit before that, I was really surprised, especially that point in the race. And I realized we were coming to the end of a stage, but especially that point in the race, it was almost like Larson just made this big, huge dive bomb move. And, he talked about just misjudging it, but I thought, man, that was a pretty big misjudge on that one.
That's not the guy you expect to make a misjudgment.